Back with another episode in my blood pressure journey. Shout out to all those blood pressure warriors out there fighting the good fight. The fight that I have been fighting so long against high blood pressure. But now at this point in my life, I have been more active than I have ever been in trying to lower it because it is a serious concern in my life. So September 18th, 2024, I went to get a routine checkup for a different condition. That is a herniated disc in my neck that has resulted in a collapsed nerve. I've been dealing with that for about a year and a half. That's a story for another day. But while I was waiting, I went to get my blood pressure checked. And my blood pressure read as shown on the screen there. 137 systolic over 84 diastolic. So, according to our blood pressure chart provided by the American Heart Association, that puts me in hypertension stage 1, which for me, that's a good sign. The last time I got my blood pressure checked, I was in hypertension stage 2. So it has significantly lowered ever since I've made some quality of life improvements to lower my blood pressure. So while I still have hypertension, it is clearly getting better and lowering because of changes I've made in my life. Now, ideally, I like to see it get down to that elevated stage and then down into the normal range, but that's going to take more time and more discipline for me to get it down that low because this is something that's hereditary in my family. So it's a hell of a fight to put up. Some of the changes that I've made to help lower my blood pressure was dietary changes. My diet now consists of only foods that lower blood pressure. I don't eat much foods that are neutral to blood pressure, and I don't eat any foods that heighten blood pressure. So only foods that lower it. And it's a lot of fun because I don't eat out as much and I do a lot of cooking. I make my own marinades, I make my own spices. That way I can control the salt and sodium that I'm putting in my food much easier. I think my blood pressure could be even lower if I was routinely taking my blood pressure medicine, which I haven't been because I need to get a refill on that. Like today, actually, I need to call and get that refilled because I think once I incorporate that routinely in with my diet, I think I can get down to that elevated stage for sure. Hopefully within the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'm hoping. It takes time. Anybody wondering what medicine I'm taking lisinopril. Only 10 milligrams, but I'm gonna ask the doc if we could up that to like 20 milligrams a day. I exercise about 3 times a week. Don't do a whole lot of cardio, but I'm going to try to incorporate that because that should help improve it. And with that being said, my biggest challenge for me is going to be cutting down on my alcohol intake. I only drink on Fridays and Saturdays. I don't drink, for the most part, I don't drink from Sunday through Thursday. But sometimes when I drink, I can be a heavy drinker. And what's really bad for blood pressure is heavy drinking. Most doctors will tell you they'd rather you drink a little bit routinely each day than have 1 or 2 days of heavy drinking. And one reason I say that one's going to be more of a challenge for me is because of my night job. Right? I have a career that I work my day job, but on Fridays and Saturdays, I work security at a nightclub. Now I'm in this environment where alcohol and social interactions are more prevalent and routine and constant, to be honest. Constant, right? I'm working the front door. I'm controlling who goes in and out the club, checking IDs, meeting a bunch of people, and it's a small town. So you see the same people every weekend. So you start to build relationships. People start to know you at the door. Hey, can I get you a drink? Yo, boo, I got you. What you need? They know my favorite drinks now. Yo, I'm going to get you a Crown and Coke. I'm going to get you a Crown Vanilla. What you want? I got you. Here, bro, drink up. And I drink free at the club. So alcohol is all around me. So I have to fight the temptation of drinking a lot on weekends. Even when I get off work. People are like, yo, when you get off, yo, come see me. Let's go have some drinks at the next spot. I meet you at the next club. I meet you at the next bar. I got you. Let's catch up. This, that, and the third. And usually I'm like, yo, I'm going to just get off my shift and I'm just going to go straight home. I just want to go to bed. I want to hit my bed. But they keep pulling me out. And it's just like, okay, I just do one drink. What do you know? That. 1 drink, you said 2 drinks, you said 3 drinks, you said 4 drinks. Oh, some more people you know just came through. Oh, yo, what up? Ain't seen you in the bed. Yo, let me get you a drink. Oh, man. Next thing you know, it's 6, 7, 8 in the morning. The birds are chirping. People waking up, going to work for their day job. We still out drinking. You know what I mean? So that I have to show stronger will and just packing my stuff up and going straight home and not going out and binge drinking, if you will. I got to tap into my Mamba mentality. I really do. And I don't even need to do this job. I'm not doing this for money. How I started working at the nightclub on weekends is, before I got the job, I live in Japan, right? Small town. But so with that being a small town, I have to scratch my itch for the big city life. So every weekend I was constantly going down to Tokyo, partying, exploring, partying. And this was going on for weeks. I mean, and I live far away from Tokyo. I'm on the opposite side of the country, north. Omori Prefecture. So I got to hop on a bullet train for 3 hours just to get down to Tokyo. You know what I mean? Which is about an 8-hour drive if I were to go there by car. With that being said, I was having an honest talk with myself, and I was like, man, I can't keep going down to Tokyo every weekend. This lifestyle is expensive, and I should probably stay local, save my money more, and find things to do around here that'll keep me home and not, keep traveling every weekend, partying. And I met this guy at a bar, actually a good friend of mine now. I met this guy at a bar, right? Sitting there drinking. And he was like, hey man, we need help over at this club. We don't have any security. Our security left. And he's like, yo, you look the job, man. Would you be interested? I was like, you know what? This will keep me in town on weekends. I won't go out to Tokyo no more, splurging. Yeah, count me in. Teach me how to do the job. I'm in. That's how I got it. That's why I started it. And I'm thankful for the job. It's been good to me. I've met a lot of people. A lot of good people. I've met some not so good people, but I met a lot of good people. And I didn't have many friends here in Japan until I started working at the nightclub, because it forced me out and put me in a social environment where I would talk to people more and they would approach me. Before, I tried to talk to people, but mostly girls, but they weren't interested. But now when I work at security, they all interested, right? Crazy how that works. But anyway, I met a lot of people, a lot of good people, a bunch of friends that I sure will be friends for the rest of my life. We have good relationships. So I am thankful and blessed to have gotten an opportunity to work there, because it has created more of a social life for me here in Japan, which I really didn't have one much before, outside of a couple people I worked with. But I'm gonna have to dial down on my alcohol intake if I want to get my blood pressure in a normal range. And I think that's going to be my biggest obstacle, being exposed to the elements of a nightclub on weekends. So that one's going to have to be on me. That's all of it's on me, but especially that one. All right. Folks, please let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And seriously, I want to know everybody else's story. For those other blood pressure warriors out there fighting the fight that I am, let me know your story. Let me know what's worked for you. Let me know what hasn't worked for you. The do's and don'ts. The oops. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, let me know all of that. And if you got any friends or peers out there, family members that are fighting a good fight, send them all down here too. Because I want to build a community where we can share our thoughts and our experiences and give each other tips to help us each in our journey. I know everybody's body is different, reacts differently to different things. I get that, but something somebody might say might help somebody else, because it's something we all want to get in control. That's a wrap for today's episode. I appreciate each and every one of you for stepping in, showing your love, showing your support, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Now, I could sit here and smack you all around with the generic like, comment, subscribe BS, but nobody gives a damn about that. So do whatever the hell you want to do, because you're going to do it anyway. Now, I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. I am Boo, and I am out.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.